like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. This crowd giving this defense some juice.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The run inside. It's Edwards. There's a crease. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
The Aggies are rolling down the field. Play fake, Reed. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a crease, it's Edwards. Runs through a tackle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Here's Reed to throw. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, that's a great play by the defense, and that's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one last time out, and he's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate. But he throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week, and so good job by this defense striking early. Hopefully it'll develop some confidence with this D and maybe a little bit of hesitation with the QB.
Might be changing the route. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
Well, that's a nice job on third down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first third down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice.
A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Hardy. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that first and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. The give to Hardy. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Trying to surge it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Might be calling a hot route. Simmons from the gun on third down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. They'll ride the hot hand. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Throws it back. Here comes the heat. Zings it complete to the right. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David.
Caught, and he's got room. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision.
Got a little grass. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
From the gun on third down, Simmons makes the grab down the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, give to Hardy. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
They go play action with Simmons. He fires a bullet to the right. Intercepted. looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Running inside, it's Edwards. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game.
And he's just been so patient. He's following his blocks, letting it all develop in front of him, and then bursting through. And they were only in the first half.
We're halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. On the move. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You're focusing. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Simmons. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Reed. Rushes on him. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the tight end. Delayed handoff. It's Owens. Here's a little room there. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Lee. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Simmons to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Unloads to the wide out. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the back. Throwing Simmons. Got a man. It's Lee. Breaks into the open on the left. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. They'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And what a change in momentum. It looked like the offense was going to score points. Not only does the defense pick it off, but a great individual effort on the return, now setting their team up in field goal range to try and steal 3 points before the end of the half.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this could be really huge for this defense, man. You got put in a horrible spot. You can complain, you can whine, if you want to. It ain't going to help nothing. Like, they do a great job being ready for the pass on 1st down. Now, 2nd down and goal. They've got to bow their necks. They've got to find a way to continue to be physical and make some plays here and try to force the field goal.
Simmons fires into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 5 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
And it's the Hurricanes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes.
Turning it on! Gives him the big stiff arm. just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Roberts. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He wants it all. Touchdown Tigers! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way...
There's some room. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Coming out with it, it's Lee. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Simmons on the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so we're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Quick completion on the out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Throwing Simmons. Going over the top. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one, he'll try to take it back. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Reed on the play action. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Edwards. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Finding some room. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He got it right inside the pylon. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. The Tigers in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Simmons fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Runs through a man. He might have space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find...
There he goes. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the tree.
A shot toward the end zone. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running inside. It's Hardy. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Simmons. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Running the red zone, it's Hardy. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Got rid of it just in time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He might want another play. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score. We're in the
second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He'll take it himself. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Breaking out the jet sweep. Can't get him to the ground. Defense sniffed that one out immediately, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Reed. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to escape and get it himself. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Reed. Looking deep. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
The run inside. It's Owens.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. He'll try to do it himself. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And such a great job using his feet, being smart. You got the lead in this football game. Don't force the ball down the field. Gets the scramble, gets the first down. What a clutch play in the 4th quarter.
Reed throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
The Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab in the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Yeah, salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And here he comes out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Here's Simmons to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Wants to adjust the pattern. Austin Simmons firing again. Here's the pressure. Trying to get away. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the score.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Play action with Reed. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Reed. Fires toward the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Throwing Simmons. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws another interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do